lion walk. You see the lion, right? But it's got all these qualities. Now, many of our children, they feel, had I been good in sports, had I been good in academics, had I been a good speaker, good debater, then this would have happened. But that's no. Our children have to feel good about themselves from within. And so do our teachers. Because we all are facilitated. I read a beautiful quote in Sir's office, in the principal office over here, which was by Mahatma Gandhi, where it said that a teacher learns more than the student when the teacher gives knowledge. Because ये विद्या ये वो धन है कितना बांटोगे उतना और बढ़ेगा कोई आपको इसे चुरा नहीं सकता. It only get multiplies the more you give it. It's the only wealth in the world which multiplies the more you give it, right? I was a visiting faculty at Subhash Ghai Film School in Mumbai, Whistling Woods International, and it's a very expensive film school. I remember visiting there in 2007 with my uncle, Mr. Nasiruddin Shah, and he was the first head of department in acting of Whistling Woods, and I thought this is a very expensive film school, and I can't even afford to come here. I can't even think of coming here and studying. In the year 2017, 10 years later, I myself went there as a faculty. So when I went as a faculty, I said it's a golden chance. So first thing I did was I got the school, the t-shirts, Whistling Woods International. I would wear on my sleeves. I would walk around and show off that I'm from Whistling Woods International over there. Right? And I learned more than I could give to my students. I learned more from them. So if you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you'd like to win but think you cannot, there's almost a chance you don't. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win the prize. For out in the world we find success begins with a person's will. It's all in the state of mind. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster men. But sooner or later, the person who wins is the one who thinks he can. Right? I'll give you the example of another actor who may not be a great actor for some people, but I'm sure many of you would be very fond of him. I'm talking about Shah Khan. You're fond of him?
Yes.
So if you think logically, Shah Khan is not a 6-footer. He's very short in height. He may not have been a very handsome man. Now you find him very handsome and very charming because now he's a star. But initially when he had come in, he may not have a very good voice. He would stammer. He had a problem of stammering at one time. They would call him Hakla, right? He didn't have, now he's developed 6 packs and he's worked very hard. But that time he didn't have 6 packs either. He had nothing which a conventional hero should have. But yet he became King Khan. He became the Badshah. He owned Mannat when he was only about 30 years old or something. And people perceived him as number one superstar. Whether he is not or he is, that's a different story altogether. But people perceived him that way. Why? Because he believed in himself. He believed he could do it. और जब वो कह रहा था ना, I am the best, he would say it. He would actually mean it with a lot of conviction, a lot of confidence, a lot of belief in himself. That people start believing yes, he is the best. And you can see it. So, when I went for my training in the army, I was a father. I had failed in my National Defence Academy entrance test after my 12th. And that was a big wake-up call, big setback. I saw failure as FAIL, first attempt in learning. Exactly. So I said, okay, doesn't matter if I haven't got through NDA, I'll do my graduation and go for the Officers Training Academy in Chennai. And I went to my to an officer training academy in Chennai. So first day, we all lined up with long hair and unshaven and all. So our adjutant called us. He said, "Do you all love your hair?" "Yes, sir." "Okay, tomorrow morning, 5 a.m., the barber is going to come and cut your hair." So we were like, okay. And there was a pull-up bar outside the barracks. And we were told that on that pull-up bar, you would be made to do क्या कहते हैं उसको? Getting up in the bird, right? You have to hang upside down in that, with your legs hanging on there, and your legs like that. And the barber will come and he'll chop your hair. So we were whole night, we were practicing how to do a reverse, how to hang on that rod. And in the morning when we were lined up out to the barber shop, a barber comes, a horrendous figure appears from the bushes, a long scissor, a garden scissor. So we were imagining, oh God, now he'll make us stand upside down and the long scissor he'll be having, and he'll chop the hair and how is my neck, my goodness. And normally in a line like you, what happens? We jump the line, right? Let me go, I'm saying emergency, please, I'm in a hurry. Here, pehle up. And finally when we were on the line, that gentleman, the horrendous figure, was not the barber actually, he was the gardener. He had come to do his job. The barber comes in a very sophisticated officer-like way. We are made to have haircuts, close cropped hair. We all look the same. We are running back to our barracks in a formation of 3 3 3 3. He was a very senior army officer who had a very beautiful daughter, and they were passing by. We were young, in early 20s, hardly 21, 22, 23. 20, 21 was the average age. So as we were running, we saw them. One of the cadets, taking full advantage of the fact that we all look the same, shouted from there, "Guys, the beauty and the beast!" You don't believe what happened after that. That senior officer, "Come here, you bunch of jokers, come here, clowns. Go on your hands for push-ups." We went on hand on push-ups. And he stand there with his hand on his waist. And this, "You clowns, you can get away with that? Huh? Come on, own up. You dirty well own up. Which of you dare to call my daughter a beast?" And after an hour or two, after he skinned us up nice and proper, we were made to go back and our hands were tired, we couldn't even eat breakfast.